we hardly had to ask the question, how do we activate ESD around a local matter of concern? Because this was the most common approach, as ESD tends to be presented as problems to children. But handprint learning tends to demand more challenges and local placement of the ideas with the learners. So activating handprint action learning around local concerns tends to be a process of active learning engagement. And the tune-in that we try to achieve is often, it's really important to bring the learner in and to start early on with this sort of sharing process where the knowledge comes to be engaged out of experience and through reading and research, particularly from the perspective of how were things in the past. And real-world story startup we found to be very effective for tuning in into how the emerging matters of concern produce the problems and the risk that we have today. So the matters of concern we placed at the center, and this process becomes a way in which the learners begin to raise questions and spark their imaginations. So the leading questions produce an inquiry process of finding out how are things today, generating data, work with the Sustainable Development Goals to find out more about sustainability matters of concern. And as these shared concerns develop, then the students have the data to be able to work things out. What does this mean to us today? They're able to deliberate on local concerns to work out what could be and should be done to resolve sustainability challenges together. And this produces this deepening understanding of the nature of the concern with the knowledge necessary to be able to understand. And this can produce a shared purpose towards care and an ethic of care in relation to the things around them, which comes naturally to young children as they begin to think about trying out how can we make things more sustainable or how can we make things better together. So that the learning actions or the taking of action together to try to explore potential solutions that will resolve the matters of concern comes naturally as a process of engaging with the world around them in positive ways. And the reflection that comes with this is a deliberative process. So concerns we take for granted, but we need to probably think a little bit more deeply about how do we bring concerns into an engagement with the learners.